Hello guys, let's start with Django Ajax Live. So first of all, we'll just create a project. So just open your terminal. What we'll do is just we'll open a folder from like anywhere. If you want, you can create on desktop. What I'll do is I'll create on work. I'll just start over here. So if you are into Django, you will know how to create a project. For now, I am using Django 3.0 and I have created my environment on Anaconda. So what I'll do, I activate the environment over here. My environment's name is IS environment. So once it is activated, we'll just create a project. So creating a project in Django is by Django admin start project. What we'll do is we'll name our project's name as Ajax Live, since we are learning how to display live users or any data into a screen in Ajax. So we'll just name the project as Ajax Live. Once that is done, just open the folder which is created, cd Ajax Live. Once that is there, now what we'll do is we'll create an app. Since as you all know, you may be knowing that Django needs an app to be created first. So let's create an app by python manage.py start app. What we'll name the app is maybe app1, or I'll name it as display, since we are displaying live data. So what we'll do is we'll just open the folder Ajax Live, and in setting we'll just create a template folder later. First we'll make a template directory over here. So this is some basic simple things we have to follow when we create a Django project. You all must be knowing this. Let's go directory equal to, what we'll do is the base directory was created, so we'll just extend that as dot path dot join. We'll take this base directory, copy, paste, comma, templates. Our folder name will be templates. So similarly, we can use static files if we are using any static files. For now, we'll just directly take jQuery from CDN links. So I don't think anything else is required over here. Okay, one thing I forgot, we have to input the app name into our installed app. So our app name is display. So after that we have to just add the directory, template directory, into the templates. So once that is done, we are done with setting.py. So after setting.py, we'll just make some changes in the URL, since we will be directing our URLs from the main project to our app. So we'll just include that. What we'll do is okay, fine, we'll directly redirect it to the display URLs, include display dot URLs. So what this will do is it will redirect us to the URLs from display. So since URL in display app URLs is not present, we'll just create a new file. What we'll do, we'll just copy this, get this over here. So we just don't need this admin over here. We can remove this. We don't need include. What we will need is we need to call the views from the display app. So we'll import that first. We'll create the from display import views. So after that, what we can do is we don't need this. So when the user is we can just call an index function. So we'll create the index view later. Always just index name equal to we'll name in this as index only. So what this will do is it will call the templates from it will call the index view from views.py. We have not yet created that. What we'll do is we'll create that. So define index, take request in that, and what we'll do is we'll just call an template. We'll just return a simple template and request comma the template name that will be inside display. We'll create a template folder inside display and we'll name that as index.html. So all the data which we want to fetch from the model will be displayed over here. So once that is done, you can save it. Now what we'll do is we'll create models. So inside model, what we want to do is we want to create some users. First you can use this for any table, but here we'll make a users table, for example. So class user, and we need to import models dot model. We'll create mostly 4 fields. First one will be the auto id field, that will be user id. User id equal to models. You can get this from any documentation. If I type it out, since these are some small fields, auto field, I want to make this as primary equal to true. Equal to true. So user id equal to models dot auto field. So we don't have to enter this field data. So we'll take 3 more fields, that is name equal to models dot character field. Okay, so character field, what we'll do is we'll make the max length as 50. 50 is enough for now, since this is just a demo project. So what we'll do is we'll not allow null, blank equal to false. We should not allow the user to not enter any name. So I guess that is enough. We'll just take verbose name, verbose underscore name equal to name, and so just copy this and make another field, that is phone number. I guess phone is enough. Character field max length maybe 20 is enough. I'm just doing it for demo purpose, so I'll just take any values randomly. This is phone number, and we'll create another field, that is email, and that will be models dot email field. So models dot email field, and create the same for this one. Max length will make it as maybe 50. Verbose name, I guess, phone number, email is enough. Sorry for my throat is not proper, so sorry for that. What we'll do next is whenever we want to display it over here, I won't create any input form in the user meaning for front end and all. What I'll do, I'll just create an admin and we'll just add any values from there itself. So if I want to display the name in the admin panel, what we'll do is we'll just return the name to display. So it will return self dot name. So once this is done, what we'll do is let's create an admin. Okay, before that, what I'll do, I'll just register the model in the admin. So what we'll need is from display import models. Okay, fine. So once that is done, we'll register the model by admin dot site dot r small register, and the model's name, which will be inside model, and that will be user. Okay, fine. What we'll do is now we'll create a admin.
Python manage.py create super user. Create super user. Okay, sorry. First I have to create migration. So my model is not defined. Oh, sorry. I guess I made a mistake in model. It's model. Start model. Okay, fine. I create a super user model. Okay, shit. So many mistakes. So this is into admin.py. Nice. I guess I was too fast in typing. Did not realize that. Okay. Display is not defined. What did I do again? It's not defined. URL. Oh shit. Yes. I'll just rename this as display. I like to keep it this way. First table. Okay, fine. We're getting this error because we didn't migrate it. So we'll just create some migration. Manage.py. Migrations. Once it's all done, we have to migrate it. So once the migration, it will take some time. When it's migrated, we just have to create super user. So they are asking me if I want to create Java native. So I take it, I want to make it a Java. And then email address, I want to skip this. So password, I'll just type in some random password. So I have to use some code to help my password. So it's
asking for validation. So once this is done, we are successful in creating the admin. So what we'll do is we'll just run the project. So python manage.py run server. So it says template does not exist. Okay, fine. We have redirected it to display.index, and index we have that's the index we have called index.html. So I have not created it, so we'll create a template folder that will be templates. Inside that we'll have a display folder. Sorry, I made a file actually. A new folder as display, and inside display I want a new file that will be index. So we'll call this as index.html. I don't want to create a whole thing, so what we'll do is we'll go into bootstrap documentation. We'll just get the starter template. I'll just paste it. I don't need this jQuery.
I'll make a title So after this, what I want to do is
I just want to run this. So let's just okay. I just have to rerun that. That will not compile. So what we'll do is our models are ready. So we'll just check if
okay, done. So there are users. We'll just create a user to check if it's working. So let's just take some random data. We'll just check if some users are working. So we'll just send some. It's not a real number, so it's just I'll just save it so we can see the users created.
So now what we'll do is we'll start with the Ajax thing. So I need to import a jQuery. I'll check out for jQuery city and links. I got one uncompressed, so let's copy that and paste it in our index.html. So once that is done, I want to display the users in table.
So we'll go into bootstrap and we'll search for tables. I'll just select some tables. So this is table strip. I'll copy this. From this, what I'll need is only the name, phone number, and email. So that there are 3 things. I'll just remove this.
The data will come from Ajax. So what I'll do, I'll just give this an ID as display. So So once that is done, what we'll do is, in order to call, we have to run the script, JavaScript, to call it every second. So we'll start with that. We'll create a script for that.
I won't go into this in depth since I assume you all know how to create a JavaScript file. Okay, so I'll go into this and document. Once the document is ready, it will trigger the function. So this function, okay. Yeah. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to call we want to call function from the view since we need all the data. So here what we'll do is we'll call an Ajax function. So we'll set interval since we want to run this every second. We'll call this into function. And this is done. And here I will set timer. So this will run for every second. So 1 second is 1000. So once it is done.
What we'll do is we'll call the Ajax open close brackets. Inside this, the type will be, we need to get it. There are two types of requests. This is get, there is post. Since we are just getting the info users from the database, we'll just put it as get. So this is how URLs and all. So since we are using this tag, we have to load static files into this. Let's get I'll just create an URL over here. We'll just create it later into URLs file.
So since we are using this what we call this URL, we have to set an static directory. So how we have to do it is same like templates directory. I can just copy it and instead of templates direct type in static. Set static later static URL is there. So we just don't have to do anything, just add static files. If you want to get the jQuery offline, you have to just use the static directories. Since I am not using it from my folder, I am using the link from CDN link, so I don't need this actually. Anyways, I'll just give an example. So after specifying the URL from where to get it, we have to just put in the success function. If we successfully get data from the user, it will call function. Inside this we'll get the data that will be as response. So this is the function. After that will come the error. So after this, here's the error function, which will also have response. And open close. I'll just keep this error blank. If you all want, you can just put in alert no data found, and once this is ready, I forgot to close this. I saw this now. So in success, if we get this data, what we'll do is we'll just print it in console to check if we will get the data from the user. So let's go into this and check if our code works. This is just get users now. Oh, okay. I forgot to create a URL and view. So if we have not created that, let's get into that. So I'll create new path for Ajax. Since it will call this URL, and then the view will be called and data will be passed on. So what we'll do is we'll put it as, since we want to know this is an Ajax call, we put it as Ajax / get users. This should be same as the one which we are specifying over here. So after that we'll call the view display
dot maybe get info or get user, and the name I'll specify some equal to same thing, get users. Okay, so now we'll create a view. Definition, okay, user send request. And in that way, what we want is the user, so we'll get the query set. Sorry, I'll type it out. Query set equal to models dot user. So since we are using the models, we have to import it from the display model. Display import models. I'll just skip the name, same as model. So query set equal to model dot users dot objects. You get the all objects. You can run any query you want over here, and this is a demo, so I'll just get in some 50 users if created. I don't know, 20 maybe, and then return the output has JSON, so it will be JSON response. I'll name this variable as users, and we'll create a list of the output, that is sorry.
So once we import the JSON, here it will just go into this and check if we are getting errors. So we are not getting errors. So no data found. I don't know why we are getting that. It's blank in console, failed to the server. Okay, that's not getting it. Once we get that into users, sorry, it was model.user. I guess this should work. Okay, internal error. What's the error?
Yes, yes, get user. Okay, mouse dot user. What's it called? Query set of users. So we'll get users. Get users first. Yeah, user. Type in model. I don't know why I'm getting this error, but this should work second that way.
Oh shit, values. Okay, we're getting one user, yes. So now since we are getting the output, what we'll do is we'll try to push this output into the display. So
If there are any values, what we'll do is use jQuery and clear the display table. So display dot empty. I'll do this every time and put in fresh data. So after this, for each satisfying variable, key in, since we had signed it as users, that will be response.users. This is the format for reading JSON values. So we'll save this as into temporary variable. So we want to put it in here. Close this row. Insert this. It will be table here. And scope equal to row. I want to add some values, that is response dot users at key dot user ID. So let's check if this is working. We have to close table here. Yes. User ID is done. Sorry. That user ID. Okay. Not working at all. User ID. I try to it's showing me one. I'm not getting to here. Okay, because I did not push it in display. So after this temporary variable is created, we'll just display it $. display dot append and this will be 20. Just don't mind for the spelling mistakes and all that. Also tend to do this sort of things in programming. So once this is done, we'll put the other values. So this table here is closed, and I want to open table data. Close it. Since user ID is name, directly fetch, so I'll copy this return. 120. This will break in middle. I have to just put it as response dot user dot name. Does this work? Yeah, looks like it works. Fine. We'll just copy this and put it in all the table data values. And this will be phone, and this will be email. And check if that's working.
Cool. So since this is working, what we'll do is we'll create another user. Bring in admin. In admin users, we'll add another user. 1, 2, 3, sorry. Next phone number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, forget. Save it, and here see, you are getting the output as soon as we create a new user. So this is how Django, we can create a live display in Django using Ajax. Thank you friends for watching.